Welcome back to the Dose of Truth channel, guys. I'm your host, Mike, and we have a new hilarious article out of Mexico. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador claimed on Monday that Mexico is safer than the United States following the recent high-profile kidnapping of 4 Americans. Despite the U.S. advising residents to avoid travel to Mexico due to cartel violence, López Obrador cited Mexico's popularity with American tourists and expats who generate billions in revenue for the country annually. However, Mexico's overall homicide rate is among the highest in the world, and parts of the country, particularly border areas, are plagued by violent crime, including kidnapping and human trafficking. The U.S. State Department has do not travel advisories in place for 6 of Mexico's 32 states. I guess that's why so many Americans are crossing the border to live in Mexico. They just want to feel safer. Maybe we should all start taking our vacations in Mexico because who needs safety? I'm sure the kidnapped Americans and their families are relieved to hear that Mexico is safer than the United States. I mean, sure, if you ignore high levels of crime and violence, Mexico is practically a paradise. The Mexican president's statement is like saying a sinking ship is safer than a cruise ship because there's less chance of drowning. I wonder if Mexican president will be providing armed escorts for all American tourists who visit Mexico. If Mexico is so safe, why does the U.S. State Department have travel advisories in place for 20 of its 32 states? I guess the Mexican president is taking the fake it till you make it approach to public safety. I'm not sure if the Mexican president is trying to convince us or himself that Mexico is safer than the United States. Mexico's safety level compared to the rest of the world depends on various factors, such as location, type of crime, and period. While Mexico has been plagued by high levels of violent crime in recent years, particularly drug-related violence and kidnapping, it is important to note that some of the areas in Mexico are considered safe for travel. According to the Global Peace Index 2021, Mexico ranked 143rd out of 163 countries, indicating that it is considered less safe than most other countries in the world. However, it is still safer than some countries in Central and South America, such as Venezuela and Honduras, which rank lower in the index. Mexico also has a high homicide rate compared to many other countries. In 2020, the homicide rate in Mexico was approximately 27 per 100,000 people, according to the Mexican government. This rate is significantly higher than that of countries such as Canada and Japan, where the rate is less than 1 person per 100,000. Overall, while some areas of Mexico are relatively safe, the country as a whole faces significant challenges when it comes to violent crime, particularly in certain regions. It is important for travelers to research their destination carefully and take precautions to ensure their safety.